free of charge.
Andy Ramirez is the chairman of the nonprofit group Friends of the Border Patrol, and he joins us from Detroit. Andy, thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me on, and it's great to be on in Eastern time for a change with you guys.
Right, thanks to the time change. That's very cool. So, you know, the Border Patrol, they really have their hands full. I mean, we've read reports of tens of thousands of illegal immigrants coming over the border in just a few months span. So what can we do to help their work down there?
Well, what we've done is we've created a camera system called the Freedom Camera, or Free Electronic Domestic Observation and Monitoring Camera System, which is based on the Border Patrol's remote video surveillance system. They spend $800,000, and it takes about 20 months to put up one camera site, according to testimony presented by DHS to the Congress. We can do it for $7,500 for equal, or $10,000 to even improve upon the technology and give them better access to secure the border with.
It's all right, Andy, this all sounds great. The money sounds good in terms of it being much less than what the government is spending. Have you approached them? What is their response?
Yes, we actually have met with the Border Patrol in San Diego and given them a presentation on some of our technology, including other stuff, that just absolutely blew them away. Because if anything, it's giving them additional ways that they can secure the border. Since they're not going to be appropriated the money by the Congress, let's face it, they're still wrangling over numbers at the Department of Homeland Security and in the Congress. Civilians being able to present this gives them a far better way to go. And you don't also have to worry about human lives in that sense, because now it's electronic observation. It's much safer and easier.
But Andy, what do the cameras really do to stop the illegals from coming over the border? I mean, sure, it highlights it and it shows people what's happening, but it doesn't stop them.
Well, what it also does is it gives them an opportunity to take the images that they're seeing on our cameras, which will be in real time, live as it happens. They can respond by detailing their agents out to address that particular incident. Or let's say that there's a shooting incident, there's an assault on agents. They can then take the video footage and use it as part of a court case for a prosecution. So there's more benefits than just spotting.
Andy, I got to ask you this question. Do you honestly believe in your heart and mind that no matter how much technology is out there, no matter how much manpower is out there, that you can stop a significant number of illegal aliens from entering this country?
Well, actually, if we'd cut off the job magnet, that's exactly what would happen. If we'd let the Border Patrol go back to doing interior enforcement operations, we could do that. But that's something that the Department of Homeland Security doesn't want to do. We actually could send them home one at a time. But again, that's just something that the will of this administration and Department of Homeland Security, they just don't want to do.
Andy, I'm reading here in the notes that you guys can provide 80 cameras. How many cameras would you really feel comfortable with putting up along the border? I mean, it sounds like you'd need thousands.
Well, that's 80 just for California, specifically the San Diego County area. The budget for California alone that we're trying to raise funds for is $1 million. To do the entire southern border would actually cost about 5 times that. But that's actually more cameras than the Border Patrol would be able to do. Right now, there's $37 million sitting in a General Service Administration account waiting to be spent for this project at the federal level that they're just not willing to do. They've appropriated and spent $19 million for 8 sectors, and they have $30 million that they have set aside, but they've only spent 19. Their original program themselves has been so overrun with costs and what have you. We can do a better job and do it for far less, but we need the public's help.
All right, that'll have to be the last word. Andy Ramirez will keep an eye on this and see whether or not the government takes you up on your technology here. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. People can learn about it by going to friendsoftheborderpatrol.com to find out more about what we're doing.
All
Thanks,
right.
Andy.
Sounds good.
Thanks for having me on.